We are live. It's Tuesday and it's 12:30, and I can't believe I am playing this song. I really cannot believe. But I cannot wait to find out why we are playing this. This is a new version, John. Are you hanging up your stocking on the wall? Is it time that every Santa has a ball? Does he ride a red-nosed reindeer, a ton of fun is sling, for the fairies keeping sober for a day? So here it is. I can't say it. I can't say that word. Everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. That's it.
It's Christmas.
No, it's not. It's not. The sun's still shining, and I've got my shorts on. John Lamerton, how the devil are you, man?
Oh, fantastic! I'm loving this. Great to be here, Ashley.
Good. I've just realised I haven't set my settings right for my audio. So let's change that.
Oh no.
Is that coming through any better? No, do I sound super sexy now?
That's a lot better.
Isn't it?
That's like proper radio, that is.
Absolutely. I spent all this money on this and I didn't do it. So you've written a book or two.
I have, yes.
Really? So anyway, first question is, why on
okay
did you choose that song?
So there's two reasons. When you sent me over the list, with my marketing hat on, I always want to do the unexpected. I always want to do something that's a little bit unusual. And I thought, I quite like that song. Yeah, that song's all right. Yeah, that kind of resonates with me. And then I saw a Christmas song. And I thought, Christmas songs in September, everyone's going to go, why the hell are you playing Christmas songs in September? Reason number two is my next book. So in 1973, I believe, Noddy Holder sat down in July and wrote that song.
Yeah. Okay.
And Noddy Holder now, 48 years later, still earns £500,000 a year in royalties from that one piece of work that he did 48 years ago. So my next book, Evergreen Assets, is about doing the work once and reaping the rewards again and again and again. So thank you, Noddy Holder. It is Christmas. We've just probably earned Noddy another £2.80 in royalties there, I think.
That is awesome. Well, no, because no one's going to recognize that song as being his. So we're okay. Oh, John, that is priceless. That is absolutely priceless. But yeah, you're right. You're right. He wrote that song once.
Yep, absolutely.
And yeah, that's
never needed to work again.
No, that's his pension, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely classic. Absolutely classic. So we're here to talk about LinkedIn, and I know you do a little bit on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And I just want to know how long have you been on LinkedIn?
So I joined LinkedIn in 2017 when I launched my first book. So I got a PR company, and they went off and Googled me, and they said, we're going to clean up your Google footprint. So at the time when
that would have taken them a while, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, some of the dodgy old blog posts and everything that I'd put out there over the days. But all that was there was like my Twitter handle, where I hadn't posted in about 3 years, a company's house registration, an old blog that I hadn't blogged on for 5 years. And the PR company said to me, I can't seem to find you on LinkedIn. And I said, well, you won't do. I don't need a job. LinkedIn is for people looking for jobs. It's for recruiters.
Brilliant.
That's all that LinkedIn is. And she went, no, it's a bit better than that these days. It's a bit like Facebook for businesses. And like, oh, go on then, I'll give it a go. So yeah, I set up an account in 2017 and then promptly pretty much did nothing with it for a good couple of years. I'm very anti-social media.
Okay,
so I have to be kind of pulled into these things, I think you'll find.
But now we're 2 books down and a third on the way. You're using LinkedIn a little bit more. We do have the odd bit of conversation and that going, and you've got a few, some followers and that.
Yep, absolutely. So it's quite funny. I was in a mastermind group couple of months back now, actually. And we were talking about social media, and conversation naturally turned to LinkedIn. And someone turned to me and said, John, you're probably our most prolific LinkedIner. At which point I just burst out laughing. I was like, you are kidding me. It's like, you know that saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Definitely in the wrong room to talk about LinkedIn growth. But yeah, all I've done now, and I've kind of talked about this a little bit in Evergreen Assets, is I've turned the fleeting nature, and this is what I hate about social media, is I don't want to spend 20 minutes writing a post today that is fish and chips newspaper tomorrow. It's gone and it's fleeting. And I don't get the residual effort of having done that work again and again. That's not Noddy Holder. So what I've done is I've treated LinkedIn, Facebook, and all of my social, and I've refused to use the word social media, by the way, social networking as social networking. I am making friends with people and I'm chatting to people. Some of that involves writing some posts. Most of it doesn't. Most of it involves joining in with other people's conversations.
Yeah.
Having chats with people. It's not connecting and pitching. It's not, I mean, believe me, I used to use an automated tool that would go and connect with people. It would send them a message saying, hi, we've got mutual connections. I think we should be friends. As soon as they are, would you like to buy something? Buy my book, buy my book. That's a horrible way to have to do business. So now I'm building the evergreen asset. There is the relationship. It's not the platform. It's not, it's not LinkedIn. It's not Facebook. It's not Twitter. It's not Clubhouse. It's not TikTok. It's not Snapchat. It's not any of the horrible social media platforms themselves. It's the relationship I have with people on there.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I love that. And a lot of the people that I'm connected with have that same attitude. So it must be a similar age-ish. CB radio, was that around when you were a youngster?
I did have a CB radio. I could never get it working.
Right. Okay. So, but that I think is where we are with LinkedIn now. It's like grown-up CB radio, but it's anywhere. And we know a little bit about them before, rather than just the handle, we actually know a little bit more about them before we connect. So yeah, sharing all kinds of wonderful things and learning all kinds of wonderful things as well. So how often do you post on LinkedIn then, John?
So it won't surprise you to hear I've got a routine for posting. So once a quarter.
Is this in your book?
I don't know if I mentioned it in that one actually, but it's definitely come as a result of Routine Machine. Probably once a quarter, I sit down and I spend pretty much half a day just spewing ideas onto a page. So I've got a Google Doc with my posts in it. So very few of my posts are of the moment. They are designed to be evergreen. Yesterday's was an example, was a exception to the rule when I did sprain my wrist and thought everything's content. So I'll write a post about that. But in general, once a quarter, I will write, 30, 40 posts. Sometimes I'll just write some ideas for posts. I'll take stuff from the books. I'll expand on them. I'll know what I want to say. And then probably 3 times a week, I will go on to LinkedIn. I'll go on to social media. I will decide which of those posts I want to post today. I'll decide, well, actually, this is what I'm feeling like saying at the moment. This is what's relevant in my life at the moment. I'll just literally, and this is going to sound so horrible to all my connections there, but I just copy and paste because I want to do the work once and I want to reap the rewards again and again and again. So I've got that back catalogue now of content that I can put out there.
Yeah.
It's not designed for engagement. And that's the key thing is I don't write my content for algorithms. I refuse to work for algorithms. I work for myself and I work for assets, and I want to collect the assets. And the asset I want to collect is a really good relationship with the right type of people for me. I could create content that's going to get me a ton of likes, a ton of engagement. I had one post a few months ago go a little bit viral. None of those people were my target market. They were just complete random strangers, no affinity to me whatsoever, not my target market. There's absolutely no point me developing an evergreen relationship with those people.
That's very. I like that. I can't think of the word for that, but that is very clever. Very clever indeed. So what you're actually doing then is it's like we walk through the woods, so the graveyard, and there's loads of squirrels there, and they're all busy burying their nuts at the moment. And that's what you're doing with your content, isn't it?
Burying my nuts. That's what
absolutely,
I'm doing.
Absolutely. So you sit down one day and bury all your nuts.
Yep.
And then you're like, right, I'm going to post today, and you go into your store cupboard and pull out a nut, and there you go. It's just
absolutely. I as a writer, there's nothing I hate more than looking at a blinking cursor and going, what shall I write today? I don't know. Nothing's coming. Whereas actually, if I've got a Google Doc with 30, 40, 50 ideas in there, I can sift through them and go, actually, there's that half written one that I'm inspired to finish today.
Yeah. Okay.
Because some of them will be, I've written a couple of chapters. Some of the stuff I'm editing Evergreen Assets at the moment. So some of the stuff that I've cut from that book will be used on social networking sites. So that will be used to make new friends. That will be used to cement relationships with new friends and with old friends.
Excellent. Oh, that's good. No, I think that's absolutely brilliant. Okay. So, so you don't actually spend a lot of time daily on LinkedIn then?
No, not at all. Not at all. I reckon I'm on there about an hour a week.
Right. Okay. And any other social medias that you do, or social platforms, well, I can't try to think of your words again. Social network.
This is why I don't know when this happened. Okay. I don't know, because when I first joined Facebook and Twitter back in kind of 2007, 2008, they were called social networking sites. There was a film about Facebook. It was called The Social Network. Now, everybody calls it social media. Rupert Murdoch does media. Okay. Yeah. He broadcasts to millions. Chris Evans talks into a microphone. 3 million people listen to him. Tess Daly talks into a camera on TV. Millions of people listen to her. That is media. That is broadcasting. I am not a celebrity. I'm not an influencer. So I don't need to broadcast. And this is my pet hate with social media, is everybody, and this is Gary Vaynerchuk's fault. Sorry, it is. Gary Vaynerchuk told everybody that if you've got one of these, you're a media company, and that you should broadcast everything to everyone because you are now a celebrity. Can I swear on this?
No, you can't.
Okay,
but we all know what you were going to say. We all know what you're going to say. There's someone here who's got an idea for your book.
Oh,
I like this one. That is very funny. Very funny.
I think that's going to be. It could be the subtitle of the book. I think.
Absolutely. Hey, you can have it. It's my gift to you.
There we go. That's a freebie. Thank you, Stephen.
So, right. So you are a normal bloke from Plymouth, but now you're on radio Devon last week, mate. That was really cool. I listened back to the replay. I thought it was like an interview with you. No, it wasn't. You were the guest presenter, and well done. Well done. I'm not paying you any more for today. You know that, don't you?
I mean, not. I thought we negotiated terms on this.
No, not at all.
So Noddy Holder doesn't get his £2.80, and I don't get my £1.50.
So I've read both of your books, or one of them you read to me. So thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome.
I do like that. But you set up a company, an internet company, when you didn't have internet access or a computer.
I did.
Yeah. How'd you do that?
It was very difficult. So it started because I absolutely hated my day job with a passion. In my first book, Big Ideas, I talked about the 5 magic ingredients, which are on my wall.
I love that.
In my office.
I love that.
And so I had this, I can never do the mirror thing. So I had this strong goal. No, there we go. Goal to leave my day job. My desire to do so was so intense that I was willing to do anything necessary. So all I lacked was the knowledge of how the hell I was going to do this. So all the environment, because I didn't even have a computer or internet access. So I took the only action I could do, which is going to my mother-in-law's house and borrowing their computer, their dial-up free serve internet, and then getting some knowledge. So I went into W.H. Smith's back when you actually went into shops and bought books. And I got myself a copy of Internet Marketing for Dummies. I read that book. I went to my mother-in-law's house and I batted away at a computer, putting up a really, really horrible looking website full of animated GIFs and flashy stuff, some big headlines and massive menus. And it took me 9 months to earn my first check, £13.51. But I figured it out for myself and I just took action. I took the only action I could take, which was knowing that I knew nothing, finding out, closing that knowledge gap, making sure the environment was right. So actually, once I'd actually saved up some money, I did get myself a computer. I did get myself internet access so I could work at my house rather than the mother-in-law's. By the way, I should give a quick shout out to my mother-in-law. She won't be watching. She's never been on LinkedIn. But I just want to remind her that she did say 21 years ago, why is he wasting his time and money on this internet thing? Thank you, Chris.
That was going to be my next question. What were the naysayers saying? And I guess was she your wife at the time?
No, she was just fiance at the time.
Yeah.
So we planned on getting married the following year. So I think it was coming from a place of love. It was literally, he should be saving his money for the house and the wedding and setting up as a family. Why is he wasting money buying domain names? Why is he wasting his time, coming here and again, dial up internet? So I was paying them for the actual minutes I was using. Brilliant. And as far as they could see, it wasn't going anywhere because I didn't get that instant reward. It wasn't, I was putting in, 10 hours work and getting no reward. Then I was putting in another 10 hours work and getting $1 reward. And it's a waste of time. Why is he still doing it? Why is he still persevering? The reason I was still persevering was that desire. Yeah, because my desire to leave the day job was so strong. If I was moderately happy in the day job, I'd have given up. I'd have just said, "Oh well, this doesn't work. Yeah, it's not for me." And we wouldn't have this conversation today.
And you'd still be there today. Could you
imagine
that?
Oh God.
So we've run out of time, but I just want to fast forward to now. And you've written a couple of books. You said after the first book, you said you'd never write another one. You've got another one. You've got another one in the thing. Is that coming out at Christmas? Is it?
That should be. It will be by Christmas. It's November was the tentative launch. We're in the editing stage at the moment, so
fantastic.
Hopefully November.
That's the hard work, isn't it? The editing.
Isn't it just? I'd forgotten how hard editing was. I thought the writing was hard, but no, the editing is so much harder. Yeah, no, that's good. I like that though. Ashling's turned around and said, "All your hard work sounds a lot cheaper than a degree." So absolutely. Oh, definitely,
absolutely. So you don't just write books; you run the 1% Club. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I love that and what you do. Because you are all for the lifestyle business. There's. And you know why I've set up my business is just so that I can do more of the things I want to do.
Yeah.
And so many people turn around and go, oh, you've got to make millions and you've got to have lots of stuff and you've got to have a flash car and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the 1% Club and the way you talk about lifestyle businesses.
Definitely. So I used to be that guy who wanted the flash house and the fancy cars and everything like that. Interestingly, I used to have a house on my desktop. It was my dream house. Going back about 15 years ago, I think it was valued at 1.5 million or 2 million, something like that. I walked past that house the other day. And I walked past that house the other day at about 2:00 in the afternoon on a Tuesday because I didn't have to work. I was free to go for a walk on the moors with my dog, and I walked past that house. And as I walked past that house, I thought, oh my God, look at the land around here that I would have to pay somebody to actually look after all these gardens. Oh my God, look how many windows there are. How much would my window cleaning bill be? My God, this is on the top rung of the council tax, isn't it? Oh my God, if I had taken that mortgage out 10 years ago, I would be working now. I'd be sat indoors working to pay the mortgage on the nice house. And it dawned on me many years ago that I don't want the big house in the country estate. I want the time. I want the freedom. This morning, I spent this morning walking around the local National Trust, just watching the birds skimming over the water in the sunshine. Fantastic. That's what I dream of. So the 1% Club is about making small, marginal improvements to your business. And this is something that I've kind of talked about a few times, is it's not about growing your business. If growing your business is the right thing to do, great, no worries. I'm a marketer. I can grow businesses. But for me, it's about improving businesses, because your business should exist to fund your lifestyle, the lifestyle you truly want. And for most of our 1%ers, that is stuff like, I don't want to work Wednesdays. I want to play golf every Friday. I don't want to start work until 11 a.m. every day. I want to do the school runs every day. For me, it was, I want to be the dad who's at every assembly, every sports day. I don't want to have to work hard. There's a Strokes song. I was disappointed this wasn't in your list, by the way. Strokes, Someday. There's a line in there, I'm working so I don't have to try so hard. That is my ethos. I work hard so that I don't have to work hard. And that is the 1% way for me. Every single week, I stack up one single, tiny, minuscule 1% improvement in one area of my business. And you don't even notice the difference. But over time, these compound and build on each other. And then, so I'm just looking at Graham's comment there. I love that. Family band t-shirts and eat. Fantastic. It's the Tenacious D problem, isn't it? Waking up, going, okay, it's noon. What t-shirt am I going to wear? It's that lifestyle design that you are conscious of choosing the lifestyle you want, and then reverse engineering the business that will deliver that. Whereas most people focus so much on building the business to just be bigger, better. Let's just get more customers, more products, more money, more bloat, more processes. Oh, we've got too many customers. Oh, well, let's hire more staff. Oh, Christ, we've got the wage bill's too big. Well, let's get some more customers. Well, let's do this. Oh my God, now I'm having a heart attack and I've got, a £7,000 a month mortgage bill. And it's just too much,
Yeah. And then you end up with a job that you hate, which is where you were before you even started. So
yeah. And then you have to sell your business because you hate it.
Yeah. Absolutely crazy. Do you want to give a plug for your 1% Club? Because you've got the doors are open at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Doors are open now. So we only open the doors twice a year. So every March and September, we open the doors. The reason being, we want to focus primarily on building those relationships and helping existing people. Again, it's a bit like the batching with the LinkedIn stuff. I don't want to spend all year flogging my wares and going, come and join the 1% Club. It's great. Come and join it. No, twice a year, I go into sales mode. The rest of the year, I just look after our existing 1%ers. I make sure that they are stacking up those 1% wins every single week. That's what really floats my boat. That's what excites me about my business, is that I get to help people every single week. Selling my wares it does come natural to me because I'm a marketer, but I don't want to be spending all my time doing that. So we've condensed it into these two little windows. For those who are familiar with it is the Daniel Priestley oversubscribed model. By the way, if anyone joins the 1% Club before next Monday, we're doing a coaching call based on oversubscribed, where
Brilliant.
I will detail exactly what we've done. But for me, it becomes a less stressful way that we can just really look after existing clients first. And I think in Evergreen Assets, there's this line I keep using, which I refer to it for social networking, for email marketing, for websites, everything. It's not a numbers game. Business is not a numbers game. It's a relationships game. If you look after people and you treat them right and you just focus on relationships first, everything else falls into place.
Oh, the irony. Oh, that is funny. That is so funny. John, we've gone over 15 minutes, but we didn't know that we were going to do that. John, you're always a delight to talk to. You always offer so many nuggets. I don't know if anyone's got any questions, quick. Let's have some questions. Yeah, Ash, absolutely. How smug were you? And that's the thing, isn't it? That is the
Yeah.
Smith thing. Any questions? While we're waiting for questions to come in, next week we have got Anna Lake, who is a listening expert. So she'll be here next week, and I'll be grilling her. Talking to her,
listening to her.
It wasn't a grill, was it? But Graham, thanks ever so much for your kind words. No one's got any questions because they're going to go and buy your books, mate, and join your 1% club. And what we'll do is at the end of this, put a link for the 1% club in the chat, and then people can go and find it. But John, it's been an absolute pleasure.
I've loved it.
It's been more than 15 minutes. Maybe we'll have a special. Maybe we'll do a special when the book's out, mate. Maybe we can do a special.
That would be good. I'd be up for that.
Graham, we want better questions than that.
I've got a watering routine, Graham. That's the answer.
Yeah. He planted that one. That was brilliant. John, thank you so much. Guys, thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next week at 12:30. All the very best. Thank you.